We'll just start with this because it's really weird. So the weekend before Dustin Diamond died, he died February 1st. He is the geek of Saved by the Bell. So this stuff happened, and then literally a handful of days, like the big GameStop money was made the 28th and 29th. And so then a few days later, Dustin Diamond, here's the pillars, here's the cube in the middle, here's the pillars, the Masonic pillars, here's the portal. You see it? It's the same Kim Kardashian. That's why they're so important. Their logo especially. But does anybody else think that's weird? So they're telling you Diamond, and then Dustin Diamond dies, and DD, that's 44, because that's what really happened. Is that judgment fell upon the financial market. And if you're not really familiar with what happened, it was pretty much financial 9/11. It was a huge insanity story, because as it was even reported, it's how the minnows, as they say, learned to sink Wall Street. And so what they did is proved that the market is rigged. And if you're unaware, this is all bullshit, because if this was going to happen, they would have done it back in 2011 whenever they were bitching and camped outside of Wall Street in tents, Occupy Wall Street. People would have been so upset they would have been doing this shit back then. But no, this is all happening during the 2020 to 2024 timeline, like we have absolutely we're right about, right? Because look, your life changed that day, you don't realize it. They had billionaires on TV crying about the money they lost. Because the story is, and it's all bullshit, because it's not how this happens. They said that some Reddit users and some YouTubers decided to all go bum rush GameStop to drive up the stock price, which means they decided to manipulate the market the same way that Wall Street does. And so hedge funds, Wall Street, and a lot of brokerages lost a lot of money, because hedge funds and things like that are mechanisms in place to bet against the stock market, or specifically a stock. So if it went from, don't quote me, but something like this, $40 to 390, and you say that GameStop ain't going higher than $45, you can imagine how much money was lost and made. So the fact that it was called that Robin Hood, where they literally robbed from the rich to give to the poor. Well, they didn't give to the poor, but you know what I mean. It's the same concept. So that in itself should let you know it was all bullshit. Year of the Ox, right? The Chinese Year of the Ox, which is the bull, which is what's on Wall Street, which was the same guy that was the same horns you saw at Capitol Hill. It was called GameStop because the game stopped that day. Hold on a sec, I'll even show you this. See, look, this is a hearing, a House Financial Services Committee hearing on February 18th. This isn't like a bunch of YouTubers hanging out talking about this. This is a real deal. They called it Game Stopped. That's what happened. It was financial 9/11. Because now because look. See, they're already getting the guy to supposedly take the fall. And then right here, this is all you need to know. GameStop was a warning. Elites are weaponizing censorship to keep insiders out. This is like how they've done with the economy, right? They shut it down to drive out the mom and pop. Now they're shutting down the market and regulating the shit out of it and going to change it completely, destroying it to rebuild it to basically squeeze out all the, everyday investors. Because now on top of it, they have every reason to lock this down, shut it down, just like even maybe what Joel McHale said in the X-Files. It'll happen on a Friday. They'll shut down the banks and shut the banks down, and then digital money will disappear. Because all they got to do now is say, now there's chatter on Reddit, chatter on YouTube, talking about driving up another stock. Now they have every reason. That's why there was people on here saying it was the good guys and Trump Jr. No, it was not. The average guy, the good people are not going to benefit from this. People lost money out their ass. And there's controversy because and I've seen them for myself. There were a bunch of screenshots of people going into their Robinhood account with Robinhood saying to them, we sold your GameStop stock without your permission. Now Robinhood says they didn't do it, but there were so many different screenshots and different people out there that says otherwise. And besides, they did indeed tell you couldn't sell it anymore. So on that day, they drove up the price and then they said, nope. You can no longer buy. You can no longer buy. You can sell it, but you can no longer buy. They were locking people out of their accounts. They were telling them what they could and couldn't do with their shares. That was not a good thing. That was not a good thing. Man, it's this delusion, that moon magic. Anytime anything happens, oh, that was for our good, Trump doing it. You should have seen this coming. Look at this. Mars and conjunctions, Mars and Uranus conjunctions. That happened on the 21st. GameStop literally happened, peak of the money was made the following week. The evidence reveals that Mars-Uranus conjunctions herald earth-shaking moments, and they show you all these. So it happened the day of basically around the inauguration, 20th, 21st, and then it was a week later that this insanity happened. They tell you thank geek, they tell you Diamond, Dustin Diamond dies. D is the letter of number 4. That's judgment, because judgment's coming. Like I've been trying to tell people, if you're not liking what's happened, the bad stuff hasn't happened yet. This did not surprise me. That's why I made that video. You've been, almost there, excuse me. Almost there. I made it and I released it on the 16th. Because for 2 reasons. I expected something big to happen that weekend. Because here's the conjunction. So I expected something big to happen this weekend. So whenever I released it, that's almost there. That's what I was talking about. And the inauguration, because I was having an argument with somebody. Because I told them, Trump is not going to save the day. Oh, yes, he is. That's why all the troops are there. There are going to be all these arrests. No, he's not even going to be standing there. And what happened? Did I get an apology? Of course not. So judgment is coming. So let's run, because people like me, we're thriving. Because we're not liars. We haven't broken promises. We haven't stolen from people. We haven't cheated. We haven't done any of that bullshit. If you've been stealing from people, people are going to steal from you. If you've been messing around with people who have been married, have girlfriends, boyfriends, then that's going to happen to you. If you've been lying, people are going to lie to you. If you've ran out on people, then people are going to run out on you. That's what this is all about. This is telling you judgment's coming. This has been very beneficial. Because I've been loading up the boat of silver since 2011. And look at this. So then they did the same thing to silver right after GameStop. Now, have you seen this? Look, the price of silver, $26. No, it's not. If you can even get your hands on it, do this for yourself. You can't even buy this shit. It's all out of stock. And if you can find any, look at this. 2019, $40. 1996, $81. So the best you can do, how about this 1 ounce random year? $37. I thought you said the price was $26. Nope. Look at that, $11 premium. Look at that. It's been 7 to 8 until this stuff happened with GameStop, because I've invested a whole bunch of money in silver. We have invested a whole bunch of money in silver. And now we have literally made thousands of dollars over the weekend. So let it keep happening. Let judgment keep befalling, because it ain't been nothing but good stuff here. For us. For me. But yeah, that's just, this blows my mind. Like, I just use this analogy because it's so true. It's like you going into the car dealership. You're like, I like this car for $2,600, and the dealer guy is like, yeah, no problem. Here, $3,700, please. Or my favorite, how about like this? Here's a 2020 ounce or 2020 coin from last year, $39. Oh, I like this $2,600 car. Yeah, that'll be about $4,000. What do you mean? Oh, that's a premium. $13 premium. U.S. Mint has already said they can't keep up with demand. So this is about to get really interesting. This is all about the reset. And it's so funny. I wish it were for the good guys, because it serves them right. Like, that's exactly what happened, is that the minnows learned to sink the sharks, as it was reported. Like, dude, that's crazy. That's bad news for them, because that goes to show more proof the market's rigged. He's had a whole bunch of people drive up the price. So I wish it wasn't. I wish that's really what it was. But it's not. Now it's going to be used to lock this place down and censor the shit out of everything. But it's certainly something. I didn't expect that. Like, I didn't expect that. Like I said, that's why I say all the time to even the people that I got this stuff figured out. I know I've got an idea of what's going to happen, but it's going to be surprising to me even, the people who've got the stuff, because we don't really know exactly how it's exactly all going to work out and how it's going to go down. But this shit just gets wilder by the day. But I love it because that's what this, but no one's talking about it. It sucks this huge stuff comes and goes and no one really understands because the news is not going to tell you. Oh, by the way, this means that everybody's conspiracy theory that the market's rigged has been proven true because one of the guys that said was a 34-year-old YouTuber. Because a 34-year-old YouTuber and some of the Reddit guys were able just to get together and drive up the stock price of something so high that it literally caused millions, billions of dollars in damage. That's where all your money, your 401k, your IRA, all that shit is tied up in that. No thanks. That's why I never got it. And there is money to be made, certainly with cryptos and all that, but that's why I couldn't. That's why I never could. I wanted to, because it sounds great on the surface, but there's no historical record because no one's been in any kind of situation. No one's ever dealt with cryptos before, so you're in no man's land. And two, you can't hold it. That's why I always love silver. It's real money. You can hold it. If I can't hold it, I'm not going to invest in it. And man, am I glad I hold. And I knew this day was coming, and it was something else, man, to wake up thousands of dollars richer because of some supposed clowns, some social media users decided to pick silver after GameStop and a Chinese stock. True story, by the way. Russia owns more gold now than they do the dollar. China and India. China's set to overtake the economy in 5 years. I've shown you that. They love metals. So I'm just kind of curious to see, because the power's shifting over there. It's pole flip. So I'm just kind of curious to see how this all works out. Sure am. Anything else I got going on? Got a few more minutes. So I just run it out. I just can't get over this dude, the geek. The geek diamond, man. That's just nutso. 44 judgment. People not liking their judgment, but they know they deserve it. That's a true story. I've held for 10 years, and I knew this day was coming. I never once ever wavered because it doesn't make sense. Bought a whole bunch in 2011, not at its peak, not even close to its whatever, like it was $50 peak. And then bought some more. And then bought more last year when it was $18 an ounce. Because, man, that was the thing, is it was tough not to always do it. I used to smash it down. It's like, man. It's like, it's hard not to just load the freaking boat. And what was nice about buying in 2011, there was no premiums like this. There was no I had no trouble getting my hands on it. Went through Gainesville coins. No crazy premiums. And still Gainesville coins is still the cheapest out of all of them. They're running a $10 premium, but better than, as you're looking, 13 and a half. I was easy to get my hands on it. No crazy premium. Long wait, I'll give you that, but boy. Now you go on eBay and the rolls, because buy 20-ounce rolls at a time. Can't find one of those rolls for under $7.99. That's the cheapest. That's the best you're gonna get. $800 for a 20-ounce roll. It's insane, man. So there's more coming. I do not expect a big stock. If the stock market drop doesn't happen and it doesn't go down by this next weekend, I do not think it's going to happen. I still believe in the 112 code, which could be February 11th or this weekend, because that assassination, I picked January 12th, but it was January 3rd. So that means the 112 still didn't happen. So, and I don't know if that, so that's just but I expect further market turmoil, and I expect another some kind of move in silver, because like I said, the U.S. Mint said they can't keep up with this kind of demand because you keep smashing the price down. And look, $299 order minimum, 10 plus business days. It was 2 to 3 a week ago. Then it was 5. Then it was 8 to 12. Now it's 10 plus. So it changes by the day. And then this started on Tuesday. They can't keep up with demand. You keep slamming the price down with paper. This is because of paper silver. They dump paper silver. The physical asset price there's never been a larger disconnect. Things are getting interesting. You're witnessing the breakdown of the markets being rebuilt into something, to even a bigger monster, with having less opportunity control for the little guy.